Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my content predictions for this weekend's Friday drop here in NBA 2K26 My Team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Obviously, before we talk about these cards, keep in mind we are not opening packs as a community. Players over profits. Let's focus on trying to create positive change, and what we can do with that is speak with our time, speak with our money. Those are the two things we can do as a community, I think, to hopefully influence positive change. 2K is going to come with a heater this Friday, I guarantee it. We got Wilton D-Book last week, we got Jaren Jackson Jr., we got Marcus Smart, we got good depth all the way around to the drop. I hope we continue to see that level of depth. I want to see good diamonds, good amethysts. I will say the good diamonds and the good amethysts are starting to become less common, though, when you look at the diamond and hidden amethyst hidden gems that are left. So that is a little bit of a concern, to be completely honest, because that means realistically that we are probably going to start to see weaker drops overall with some of those lower tier cards, although there are still some good ones left. But no matter who they drop with the higher tier cards, let's not open packs. We got to stick to it together. That's going to be the best way to create change. That being said, I will tell you who I think we're going to get this weekend here in just a little bit. So we'll start with the amethysts. To be completely honest, the amethyst hidden gems that are left are not that good. You'd think Fareed would be a beast, but this card is not nearly as good as his card was last year. He's got a 69 three ball, and I mean, like, defensively he's okay. He's got good speed, but 69 three ball just ain't gonna cut it, unfortunately. I don't think that Fareed's all that good, to be honest. You look at the rest of these names, nobody else on this page besides Alex Caruso is particularly good, and honestly, we got Marcus Smart last week, so I don't think we're getting Caruso this week. Page 2, to be completely honest, none of these cards are that great either, to be totally honest. A couple of them might be decent, but generally speaking, this isn't a great list of cards either. I'd love to see Corey Brewer, though. He is the one truly elite amethyst left. Obviously, I think Caruso's good too, but Corey Brewer's a really, really good amethyst. He's great defensively, money jumper at 6'9" at shooting guard. This is the best amethyst that is left, I think, for 2K to drop, and he will be awesome whenever he does. So I guess that's the guy I think I would kind of want. Marquise Chris is nice. His jumper's good. Jonas Jerebko has a ridiculous jumper. He's honestly pretty solid too. There's some 3-and-D guys like Tony Snell and Al Farouk Aminu and a few other guys in here that you could probably mention that might be half decent. I think this Marcus Thornton card is a tall PG, so he's got some interest there at 6'4", but unfortunately he's got 75 driving dunk and no defense, so kind of good off of that. Realistically, man, I mean, Grivis Vasquez is 6'6", but same story with him. Doesn't play any sort of defense and also has a slasher, 65 driving dunk, and again, no defense at all. 44, 79, 78, 45. So you look at these amethysts, they're not great, but that's okay. At this point, we're not really waiting on amethysts either. We want good budget amethysts, sure, but the diamonds are where obviously the really good cards will come from. To be fair, even the diamonds, there are becoming less elite ones. Now, there are still a lot of good ones. Kwame Brown, Rex Chapman, Bruce Bowen, Matas Buzelis, Dyson Daniels, even Bam Adebayo is solid. This time, Hawkeye is going to be decent. Jalen Green would be fun, if not great. Yao will be interesting, but not particularly elite. Mike Miller would be a great shooter, but eh. Jonathan Isaac, he's good. Luol Deng, really, really good. Isaac's obviously insane defensively. The Reeves would be a fun card, but not elite. That's true for a lot of these guys, realistically, I would think. DeJounte Murray still be solid. D-Live would be a dog. Robert Covington would be nice. There's a lot of good diamonds left, to be totally fair. I will give 2K that. They're not going to be best card of their position players or even top tier card of their position players for the most part, but there are some. Obviously, Castle and Dyson are great examples of that. That would be awesome cards. I'd love to see either Michael Richardson, Dyson Daniels, DeJounte Murray, Stephon Castle, one of those quality point guards drop this weekend in the diamonds. I will say that. Last week, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. as the elite diamond. I think there's only going to probably be one elite diamond a week, generally speaking, but I would expect them to put one in there. I hope it's a point guard this week. We'll see who else they could drop. I think this Gallinari card would be nice too. I'm not going to lie. He's one of those guys that people are going to sleep on as a name, but he's 93 three-ball, money jumper, and really not that bad defensively either. He's an interesting card. If they drop him, he'll be a solid option too. RJ Barrett's good at the shooting guard position, as is Danny Green, so if they drop shooting guards, those are the two shooting guards I'd like to see as well. In terms of bigs, I mean, it's pretty much Jared Allen is decent but not insane, and kind of a crapshoot otherwise though. Kwame's really, really solid obviously as a big, and outside of that, I'm not sure many of these cards are particularly good. Big man Derek Lively would be good too. Those are the three good bigs left. Kwame, Derek Lively, Jared Allen are probably the only three really quality big men left. So We'll see if we get any of those guys here soon. Hopefully we see at least one elite diamond as well, though, because that's what we need really, is depth to these Friday drops and stuff. And I will not be uploading gameplays, by the way. I'll talk more about this in a video later on today, but I'm not going to be uploading gameplays on the top tier cards, kind of regardless of what those cards wind up being, just because I think that will hopefully help people to not feel the need to gamble as much. But I do think we're going to get a really good Friday drop in terms of the Friday pink diamonds. Are they gonna be worth spending money and opening packs for? No, they're not. But at the same time, I don't know. I realistically do think that I do think that there will be some really, really good pink diamonds on Friday, without a doubt. And honestly, look, last week we got D-Book. Then in the exchange, we got D-Book and Wilt, actually. In the exchange, we got Wemby, another center, and Jokic, another point guard. Feels like we're kind of due for some small forward, power forward type of guys. That feels like what this drop will look like. And there are two names that kind of stand out above everybody else, where it goes, okay, 2K is going to try their best to get people to spend money this weekend, even if they're not actually going to do it. Those two names are obviously LeBron James, and I don't know where he is, but Kevin Durant. Those are the two guys at the small forward position that 2K knows people, generally speaking, at least in the past, have been willing to open their pockets and break the bank for. So I think we'll get one of those two guys this weekend, considering that 2K is definitely starting to pick it up with these Friday drops. Having dropped Dr. J 2 weeks ago, D-Book and Wilt last week, they're starting to drop some really big name elite cards, and I do think that's probably going to continue. If I had to guess, I feel like it's going to be KD. I just think KD is going to be that pink diamond who 2K is next going to drop and be like, hey, we know y'all don't want to open packs, or y'all are saying you're not going to open packs, but let's see how real that really is. Like, I think 2K is going to try to test that a little bit this weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Kevin Durant is that headliner. Also think LeBron definitely would make sense as well. And then realistically, we're probably going to get a decent secondary pink diamond as well. That secondary pink diamond, call me a homer, I don't know, he just makes sense to me as the type of name who I think would be a secondary pink diamond at this point in the year. And I don't know where he is right now, I gotta find him, but it's my goat, Dirk Nowitzki from the Mavs. I actually think Dirk will be, there he is. Dirk is going to be a decent card. He's a little weird because he's got 55 standing and driving dunk, so he's not athletic at all, but I mean, he can still stand up around the rim, obviously, because it's being 7 foot. 95 3 ball though, and legitimately really good defense. 90 rebounding, 80 speed, 90 interior, 88 block. He would be better than people expect from a Dirk guard because of actually having decent speed and pretty good defense. That being said, the low athleticism would certainly hurt him a bit, but as an interesting pick and pop big, I know he's a primary power forward. He'd be a center though for most people. He'd be an interesting card. I don't know if he'd be worth picking up, but I do think Dirk would be really, really good too. And I think he makes sense as a secondary name, a guy who's an NBA legend, huge name, but never insanely great in 2K. Feels like the type of secondary card they would absolutely put in a Friday drop next to a top tier name like a Kevin Durant or LeBron James or something along those lines. So to me, those are the two NBA pink diamonds that I think we're going to get this weekend, being probably KD and Dirk, and we'll see whether or not I wind up being right. But again, I just hope for good depth to the drop, and honestly, give us something else. Show us you're listening. Show us you care. Do something this weekend that's not just packs. I hope it happens. I don't think it will. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, don't open packs this weekend. That's my number one tip to everybody, or tip, opinion, whatever. You can do what you want at the end of the day, but I really do encourage people, even the people with plenty of disposable income, to, at a very minimum, take a break. Let's try to influence some positive change in the community. That being said, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.